all the way to now is what? The Constitution. But we're really going to narrow in and dive in on the first 10 amendments, which we know based on notes, based on brochures, based on flashcards that we've made. Those first 10 amendments are called the what?
The Bill of Rights.
The Bill of Rights. And we know that they impact us. But what I want us to do is really dive into how they impact us. And in this first station, because I've got us in 3 stations, in this first station, what you're going to do is you have received scenarios, okay? You'll have about 12 scenarios, because that means some of those amendments may be talked about twice. You'll have 12 scenarios. You're going to look at the scenario, and in this scenario, there's a violation. What do I mean when I say a violation? A rule being broken, okay? An error, you're right, on somebody's part. Look at it, and on your graphic organizer, when you get to this station, on your graphic organizer, I want you to write, based on that scenario, what is being violated, okay? What amendment is being violated, and then you're going to match a picture of that particular amendment to that particular scenario, okay? When you transition over here into this station, this is what we call our Cards Against the Bill of Rights. It's a replay, basically, of Cards Against Humanity. You're going to have a facilitator. Y'all going to need to decide who is going to lead this group. They're going to ask you an inference question. Keenan, what is an inference question? Kind of like a what? Like an educated guess, okay? He says an educated guess. That means we take information that we have already learned from our text, background information, we put it together, and we come up with questions that, or answers that are not necessarily in our text. These are inference questions, and these are possible answers to those inference questions based on our text, okay? And in this last group, you are going to take the amendment title, a picture that might go with the amendment, and you are going to take information about that amendment, and they're all mixed up, and you're going to sort them, okay? You're going to put them into categories that they belong, all right? I've given this group some kind of cheat sheets. I've given each of your groups some cheat information, if you will, to guide you along the way. Do y'all have any questions before we get started?
No.
Any questions?
No.
All right, let's go.
I have scenario number 11. Scenario number 11 says, a group of teachers gathering at the state capitol building to peacefully protest their signs and chants explain that they want a higher salary and a better school funding. The teachers are arrested and lose their job. Which Bill of Rights are violated? I think the first one.
Okay. Why did y'all decide the first one? How do you know
What y'all think?
what right is actually being violated?
Why is the First Amendment so important?
Freedom of
Your
speech.
personal life
Okay.
today.
How do you know it's freedom of speech?
Why is the First Amendment so important in your
How do you know
personal
that?
life today?
Because it says in the thing, they was protesting their signs and chant for their school funding. And they wanted a higher salary, so
Whichever one I think is most
I
important.
think it's number 1
And
because
she said it because it.
they got arrested.
And what were you saying, Samara? What did you say? So she's saying it's got to fall up under this one here, right? Good. So what you're gonna do is write down that scenario 11. Y'all started with 11. So you're gonna say freedom of speech was being violated, and I would just go ahead and put amendment 1 or the number sign in a 1.
Why would you want a
So
trial
what
by
picture
jury
would go with
and
that?
not just the governing court system?
Good.
Just go ahead and erase me.
So when you judge the answer, I want you to kind of tell them why you felt like that answer was the best one. Okay? So what was the question?
Why would you want a trial by jury and not just the government court system? That's why I said, just go ahead and arrest me now.
Okay.
And Marcus said, this is the job for Dr. Marcus too.
That's gonna be a weird one. What would you put?
I think it's this one because if you think about it, kind of like the citizens, you're the assistant principal, so you would would be trial by jury, and then Mr.
Okay,
The
I feel
Gallagher
it.
will be the government court system.
Okay, did y'all hear, did y'all understand what she's saying? So kind of like maybe we would be the court system in this situation. Okay, okay. And why did you put, just go ahead and arrest me now?
That's my best.
That's the best one you got, okay, got you. All right. What amendment would that have fallen up under? Trial by jury. What would they have, what amendment would that have been?
The seventh amendment.
He said the seventh, you said
Oh,
the
no,
sixth.
it's seven.
It's the seventh, why'd you change? Why?
Cause at first I saw public trial was fair,
Mhm.
with the fair jury, but
Mhm.
I had read the same one that said trial by jury.
Trial by jury, seventh amendment. Good job, y'all, keep going.
What is the name of the first
Ah, y'all got it going on.
The response to the,
Y'all working on the third amendment, or just kind of all together, piecing them together? Okay, all right. Why don't we put this one with the tenth? I'm asking. What does that have to do with the tenth amendment?
this is the
Reserve powers for the state, good. And this is a picture of the United, yes, yes, great. How do you know?
I feel like,
So they have the right to be told why they are arrested. Do you know what that's called? What is that called when you committed a crime and they're in the process of arresting you? It's rights that they tell you. What is that called?
our civil rights.
Begins with an M.
Oh, the Miranda rights.
Good, what are they?
You have the right for a attorney. And
Y'all know your Miranda rights? Oh, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say
will be held.
can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. All right, which one is that one? The right to an attorney. Right to legal counsel, Sixth Amendment.
Go on the file.
Good.
I have scenario number 5, and it states, Congress ban all handguns in the city of Washington DC. People are not allowed to carry guns or keep them in their homes for self-defense.
That's a big one right now.
I think
Right to bear.
Amendment 2 is being violated because we have the right, the right is
To bear arms.
The right is
to bear
what?
arms and the right to have to own that gun, period.
Well, I have a question for you all. What are the two sides basically in this struggle with the Second Amendment right now today? What are they saying? What are the people saying? One group is saying what? That they're saying, that we should have these rights, we should be able to protect ourselves. What is the other group saying?
And that they shall have them because they're killing them. They kill people.
There's, we've seen an
They
increase
use it in bad
in
ways.
school shootings and things like that, so they're saying there should be some type of regulation with guns, right? Okay.
So I think it is.
But the Constitution says what?
Scenario number 5.
Scenario 5, and this is the picture that goes with it. And at some point, I want y'all to put, based on the, amendment, put them in order, put these scenarios in order, like First Amendment, Second Amendment. We just, let's pretend that this scenario was the First Amendment. Second, third, fourth, we're gonna put them in order with the picture beside it, okay? Cause that'll let us see them in order too. Good.
I would not think none of these is right, so.
So nobody get points.
I could say.
If it's totally not relatable, nobody gets a point. Who's winning?
Son, I got 4.
Okay. Okay.
It's just like the cars don't like match the question.
Interesting, that's why their cards against,
When you like hear it and then you read your car, you be like,
but that means that you know, that if you know when an answer is wrong, that means you know when an answer is
right.
right.
I ain't gonna get no points this one.
Uh-oh. And if you guys need another card, you can put one card under the stack and take another one off the top.
There's probably one in there too.
You ain't tell us that.
It's okay, it's okay. But you have to turn one in, that's right. Yes.
I have something to tell you. It says the local newspaper prints a negative but true story about the town's mayor. The paper calls the mayor corrupt and explains how he illegally takes bribes. The mayor shuts down the newspaper, which Bill Wright is doing.
Ooh, listen at that. Let's read it again. She says the local newspaper prints a negative but true story about the town's mayor. He's saying, I gotta look at this. The paper calls the mayor corrupt and explains how he illegally takes bribes. First of all, what's a bribe?
Making bribes like blackmailing somebody.
Blackmailing? What's a bribe?
Just like you put something up for something you want.
Okay, like I can kind of pay you maybe to vote for me, I like, or not even pay you, like slip you, like maybe hire your daughter to work in office, right? Okay, something like that. The mayor shuts down the newspaper. So what is being violated here? This newspaper has the right, it wasn't that they were saying this stuff, they said that part's true. But the mayor shut the newspaper down. The mayor shut this press down.
I think it could be 5.
What's 5 say?
It said due process,
She said she doesn't think it's 5. Listen to what I said. This newspaper is press. So is the news, Channel 6, they're press. So is Fox 6, so is the Daily Home. All of these places, this is press. The mayor shut it down because he didn't like what they were saying. It's one of these. Uh-huh, look at what I said. We know it's not the Second Amendment, why? So we know it's not that
It
one.
could be 4.
Okay, look at Amendment 3. Does it have anything to do with housing? So we know it's not 3. Okay, look at Amendment. Why do you say that?
Speech.
Is that their speech? Is that their way of speaking? But it's been denied. How?
Because the mayor shut it down.
So the mayor has denied them the opportunity to say what they want to say. I can't go on Facebook and shut down Facebook because Ricky put Dr. I can't say my name, because Ricky put that she is a mean administrator. I can't go and shut it down. Now, if you start infringing and making threats, then that's different. But the mayor shut down this press.
How would it be
Press.
possible for anyone to try that?
So what amendment is this?
How would it be possible for anyone to try that?
Look at this card. Which one of those pictures would be freedom of press? Yep. So this is the first one. This goes at the top, First Amendment. Even though it's scenario 10, it goes at the top, First Amendment, right? Okay.
Tried and punished. The government wants to violate.
Y'all got it going on? Okay, let's make sure. So, First Amendment is freedom of what?
Speech.
Anything else?
Assembly.
That's like newspapers, that's like the media, okay?
The news.
Yes, the news, all of that, good job. Second